Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikhil Shrivastava. I am the partner at ZAYNIK Properties in Dubai. The weather is beautiful today. It was raining from last couple of days, cold and windy. Now the sun is here. Perfectly nice weather to have a nice holiday in Dubai. I have my colleague, Mr. Mansoor, joining with us. Hi, Mansoor.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
How-
Enjoying
I'm good,
Dubai?
sir. And I believe you are enjoying the weather.
Weather is good.
I
Yeah,
believe.
perfectly, nice weather to go out. I think it is not very common to see too much of rains in Dubai, but this is really amazing. The weather is
Actually, it is very seldom that you have a uh, consecutive rainy days in Dubai. It's
yeah,
very
we
rare.
don't mind. Yeah, we don't mind because we've been like craving for these kind of weather. I think I feel like that I'm in some kind of mountains and the continuous rain is happening. I think everybody in Dubai is loving it, irrespective of
Oh,
traffic now.
mashallah.
So this is good. So
Yes.
today, as Mansoor has few questions for us, because we keep meeting a lot of investors during our work. They have some question. Mansoor has some clients, I think, who has a couple of questions. So over to Mansoor.
Yes.
Let me know how's your journey with your investor and what kind of question they may have. I'll might try my best to answer as much as possible.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Sir, in past few days, I've met like many individuals. Most of them are investors from different nationalities, different ethnicities. No? But there is a common question which keep arising from anywhere,
Right?
like what is the difference between ROI and ROE? So please kindly give like take your time and tell us what is exactly ROI and ROE, and what is the major difference in both of them, because investors are very confused in it, no?
Sure, sure, sure.
Sir.
So that's a very good question, and it's a very common question. I think most of the customers ask because we always hear about ROI. ROE is a new concept. I won't say it's a new concept, but I think not many of the people are aware of it. So when you're thinking about investing in a property or land, most of the investors want to measure the ROI and ROE of the project which they are investing into, because that can give you an idea about your investment health. Uh, ROI is return on investment. The simple example is that you bought a property worth of 1 million and then you want to rent it out. Uh, the the average rental yield in Dubai is somewhere around 8 to 12%. That is your return on investment. That means how much you paid to buy that property, and now how much every year the kind of return you are getting it in terms of rentals after deducting all your service charges and all. So that is called ROI. As I said earlier, I think the average rental yield in Dubai is somewhere around 8 to 12%. Uh, Depending on how smart you are and how good you have a team, for example, what kind of agent you are dealing with, they will guide you in a better way where you can have better rental yields also. The ROEs stand for return on equity. It's an equation that typically used by most of the investors to find out how much profit can be accrued based on the amount of money they have invested. For example, let's say you want to buy a property worth of 1 million and you just put you invested, let's see, 200K right now. Maybe after, and you don't have to pay anything for the next 2 years or 1 year down the line. Let's see if you decided to sell it off after a year or two. That particular time, if the property prices goes up, let's say 1 million become 1.1 million, for example, and if you want to sell it off, and if you have a buyer, that means 100K of profit on a million, but you only invested 200K. That shows your ROE is close to 50% because you invested 200K, but because the property prices goes up, and now the property market is 1.1 million. If somebody is buying, he will buy at the same cost where which you bought it, 1 million, but he has to pay you 100K premium. That means from 200 you invested and you are getting back 300K. So that is called ROE.
Perfect, sir. Perfect, sir. Sir, very, very clear. So let's move on to another important question, because most of the time we are trying different strategies based on our like academic qualifications, based on our professional experiences. But I exactly want to know what are those compelling investment strategies which we can apply on real estate sector, particularly focusing on real estate sectors. So if
Right.
you can put a light on it, so it will be very obvious.
Uh, yeah, but I request you don't call me sir. I feel call me Nikhil, please. But yeah, I think this is a good question. I think most of the customers, there are two types of investors. You know, one, obviously, people are buying it for the end user, like for their end use, where you buy property, and obviously you're expecting some kind of return. But that time you don't think too much about kind of strategy what you want to use. This is how the first time buyers are mostly. But there are investors who make the business out of real estate. So, for example, as a real estate investor, you might encounter several advisors about investing through Google, through social media, through some other investor, through agencies. There are so many, different
That is true.
strategies suggested by, different channels. Uh, but I keep telling you, there is not a single strategy that is best for you because everybody has their own, goal, and that is how you decide your strategy, how you would like to invest. But let me give you a couple of different kind of strategies which you may use it at some point of in your life when if you're making a career into investment. Um, there are the first one is called house hacking. House hacking is a popular investment strategy when you buy a property. That means you let's say you bought a 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom or duplex apartment where you stay in half some of the portion and then you rent out the other half or whatever the kind of space you want to give it to the tenant. So that will help. That helps you because you will be also getting a rental income that can take care of your EMIs or monthly mortgage payments of the property. So that is one thing where if you're an investor and you don't want to use a big space for yourself, you can invest in a property and then rent out half of the space where you can get some kind of return in terms of rental, which can take care of uh, your monthly mortgage, you the cost. Uh, so this is one of the it is widely used for several reasons. I give you one example. It is an excellent way to become a new landlord without putting too much of pressure on yourself. So this is the one way. My favorite is called BRRR deal. Uh, this is this is stand for like you buy a property, then rehab or renovate the property, then you rent it out at a better price. You go to the different banks and refinance and do the same thing again. It's called repeat. So this is also a common strategy used by most of the investors, where they buy some property which are old or they may require some kind of renovation. Then they invest some money and then they renovate the property uh, and then rent it out again and then refinance the property, because once you renovate the property, obviously the property prices goes up and the rental yield will also go up for those kind of things.
Sir, there is a question arises from it is not from the investor side or like from like in a general way. What
Mhm.
uh, if an investor asks us about a distressed property?
Right.
So do you believe that we should work on that ticket and provide them and because
Why
distressed
not?
properties mean
Yeah, why not?
like if an owner is already in a in a financial crunch position and he is unable to like continue the plan and he wants to sell it on a heavy discount, so do you believe that ethically it is good to engage into such kind of deals, or we should
Why
not
not?
get into this thing?
Because this is how it goes through the same stock market. For example, you invest in some stock market, and suddenly the stock market crashes, or then you need money. Maybe that is not the right time to sell that property, but you had no choice. You eventually what you do, you just go and sell your stock. This is how the real estate investment also. If there are some buyers, they are into some kind of distress for several reasons. It could be financial, it could be personal. You never know. There is no harm in dealing with those kind of properties because you are not helping the guy who is selling the distress, who's having a distress sell, because you're trying to help him to come out of that crisis. But at the same time, you're also giving a better price for your investor. And I think this is the
Fair.
best way to build a
It's a
relationship.
win. It's kind of a win-win situation for both the parties.
Both the parties are happy. So this is a good way, and there are some investors who believe in flipping business, where you buy a property and then you sell it off quickly in next 1 or 2 years, make profit, come out. There are some ways where you have a syndicate where like a couple of investors comes in a group, and then they invest into different properties, and then they take the profit equally depending on the kind of investment and the equity structure what they have. So this is another way of getting into an investment strategy. If let's say if you're not able to own property on your own, better join hand with a couple of friends or families, buy something, try it out the market, see how the return is coming up, and then you slowly build your investment portfolio in real estate. That would be ease on your pocket.
Sir, one last question, if you allow me. Sir, I'm keep getting this inquiry from from subcontinent side. Basically, there are investors who are willing to buy properties, whether it is off plan, whether it is secondary, ready to move. But they are keep inquiring that is there are we supposed to provide, or is Dubai authority is supposed to provide the details of these transactions to the tax department of their countries? Is there any kind of a treaty signing, or is there any kind of compulsory information sharing agreement? If they invest their money here, so their investment amount and value will be disclosed to their tax authorities.
Depending on
This is a common getting question.
Yeah, this is depending on the country, because every country has their own laws and federal laws and all. And so I cannot have an answer because I'm not from the legal part, from the profession.
Okay.
So I don't have an exact answer. But yeah, there are some countries which where you have to disclose your income or your investment. I'm not sure about the treaty. I think I will recommend you to contact with some tax guy or some kind of auditor in
Fair.
your country
Fair.
or in Dubai, where they can help you out with the exact answer. Because I can only tell you about the investment part, legal. I'm talking the legal part is very simple when it comes to real estate. Most of the transactions should be clean. And second thing is that irrespective of where you stay, the process is very simple. You can buy a property by sitting at your home by just sharing your couple of your personal details like IDs and addresses and all, and then you can make the payment online. But all these channels should be legal and white, so that you will not get into any kind of legal issue. But the process is very smooth. You can finish the transaction like in just a couple of minutes, and then you can own the property in Dubai. There are a couple of new visa reforms are done by the government, where you can have a golden visa if you're investing close to 2 million in Dubai properties, where you and your family can stay here for the 10 years, and it's a renewable visa.
Sorry. Sir, let me give a compliment. Most of the time, customers keep telling us that whenever we ask any question, the realtor always give us the answer, whether it is relevant or not. But what good thing I found just now that despite being part of this real estate and the question is about the real estate side, you just pass on to because it is not your domain. You are not the expert of these legalities kind of thing.
Right.
So instead of just feeding an answer to the questioner, you just stick to your own particular area of expertise.
This is what
and pass on to these legal things to the pertinent authorities.
That's right.
I mean,
I think that is
it should be the job of our being a mediator. It is our job to facilitate our customers in a proper manner.
Yeah, there is no point of lying and all, because at the end of the day, it's your customer. These are the guys who will give you business. I always believe in that most of the business comes through referencing. Whatever the marketing you do, it's all called word of mouth. How good you were with your old client, that is how you will grow your business. And that is our tagline is also. Most of our real estate agent are realtor for life. And when you invest with ZAYNIK property, that is what we call converting transactions into relationships. So this is how our tagline is. This is how our motto of at ZAYNIK property is. So yeah, it was good. Nice talking to you, Mansoor. We will connect again.
Likewise, sir.
If you have any questions,
Inshallah.
for our audience who will be, watching this video, we would like to tell you that this is the right time to invest in Dubai. The market is pretty good. Rental yields are pretty good. You will get a good ROI and ROE depending on the kind of strategy what you choose. For any information, you can log into our website www.zaynik.com. You can email us at info@zaynik.com, or you can call us at +971 58568 8246. You can go and search us on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and follow our page where you can get all the updates. Thank you, everyone. You all have a great weekend ahead. Enjoy and goodbye. Take care.
Thank you for having me in this session, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Stay
Bye-bye.
blessed.
You too.